Hello there, welcome back to E4, and currently we have a Jihad against Scandinavia. Well, forces-wise, we do outnumber them, just slightly. The goal here, of course, will be to get most of these nations out pretty rapidly by, at least in the Austria's way, we're going to go for taking the capital quickly. Getting them out will be paramount to our success. We'll also take optimism, which will help with our war exhaustion. And hilariously enough, the Austrians actually more or less have troops set up here for a quick slaughter per se, and that is of course really beneficial to us. Now that, however, is not. I might lose here this very first battle due to my Muslim tech, but I can always hope that's not the case. But it's really doubtful, especially considering the fact that I don't have a general in the area either. But as I said, the goal here will be to wear out Austria pretty damn rapidly, and as you can see, this war score from these tiny skirmishes is already pretty damn high. 14%, but even so, I'm pretty sure that the Scandinavians won't give me what I want with just a mere 14%. So we're going to keep this going. As I said, the goal here is to get Austria out of this pretty rapidly by sieging Vienna. Hopefully that is. So we'll see if we can make something move here. Again, I'm kind of worried about the French, and their arrival will definitely become a major issue for me. So I definitely need to try and get the French out of this. I have no idea if they have anything that I want. If I give Vologda to Muscovy, basically handing over a lot of provinces to Muscovy is the way to get them out of this. But Moscow, for instance, 23% war score, Archangels 13%, Tver and Vladimir and money will not work because they want other concessions and goals. So we'll not be making ourselves a problem with handing Russian provinces to Muscovy, at least not as things are currently standing. So as I said, the goal will be to quickly siege everything they got. It's going to be an awkward one for sure, but hopefully we can do it pretty quickly. Unfortunately, I didn't get any good generals, which is kind of a bad thing. I'm going to send these guys back home to get basically the heir to become a general, because he can be useful that way. And we're also going to split these guys off and take out these 7,000 Austrians. Hopefully that could be, hopefully that will be beneficial to me. But positive sides, I haven't seen any enemy's armies yet, except for this big Austrian one. And we are actually winning this one pretty comfortably, which we should, even with that crossing modifier. And of course a mountain modifier as well. There we go. Okay, that's not good. So I'm actually focusing on taking back Vienna, which is not that surprising, all things considered. But they do have a pretty big army here. It's most likely going to be quite a problem if or when it attacks. But again, the goal is basically just to drive war score with winning a few smaller battles. If I can do that, I'm definitely safe. Now, I will not be sending a small army forward. I'm going to be sending a big one if I'm sending an army big forward in Scandinavia. But again, I kind of have to pay attention to these guys because they're big, they're annoying, they're scary. And if I can do this, the war exhaustion suffered by them should be higher than the war exhaustion suffered by me, thanks to ideas, but also the fact that I have a manpower pool that I can sacrifice my men without having to worry about it. They can't. That's the difference between us two. Scandinavia doesn't seem to have drawn forward any men. Sieges is going well. The main problem is, of course, Khuzestan, actually, which is not a part of the war at all. But yeah, I'm going to be bouncing my forces back and forth until we get the results that we want. Especially if we advance, then I'm pretty sure that we can force forward a result here with the Austrians. We'll just have to see. We'll just have to see how it all plays out. But yeah, it should be possible. It seems also like the Ottomans have supremacy at sea, which is really beneficial. But for now, I'll just bounce my forces back and forth, and if there's any bigger battles than 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 6,000, I'll show you, but until then, I'll probably just keep on hunting down their armies. We'll see how it goes. Important here, we got military attack upgrade cartridge, which gives a combat width increased by 2, cavalry fire by 0.5, artillery fire by 2 whole points, shock by 0.10, and cohorn mortar. So, excuse me, we basically have taken Austria, basically caught up to them in military attack. France is still a point ahead of us, which is kind of scary because we do get upgrades to our armies there, so we definitely want to get that quickly. And also military tactics is going to be really important. So for the time being, we'll try and stay clear of any, well, armies that that they have, and also try and help a little bit here. We're going to change our national focus to military power. We definitely need to get our armies up and running rapidly here if we are to win this war. But as things are now, it seems to be pretty simple, pretty straightforward. But yeah, we'll just keep on going and we'll see how this ends. Hopefully with a victory for us. If I can actually get Austria out of this, then I'm pretty sure I can win, because then I can definitely just march through the entirety of my enemies. Now this one is kind of an awkward one. Thanks to the Frenchies having extra troops, or better troops, it could end up basically with me being slaughtered, and that seems to be the case right now. They did get a couple of negative modifiers, but even so, it matters for shit in this scenario here, as you can see. So I think we're going to just have to pull back, try and get ourselves either through Poland, and that is just what we'll have to do here. So basically I need to get myself into war where the Frenchies are not concerned, or basically try and piece them out in a good manner. I would have needed more forces on this front if I were to win, but unfortunately that was not the case. So we're going to just have to hold back here. I would wish the Ottomans to follow this army, because I don't want them to lower the war score by getting needlessly slaughtered here. That's at least the hope. But Battle of Pest, they actually caught up to one of my armies. Well, if they're using forced march, they can actually arrive before me, which is a problem. And I'm losing a ton of men walking through. But yeah, it was the Ottoman army they were after, and it was basically just slaughtered. So the vassals here are basically what is going to lose this war for me, I think. Unless, of course, I can get the Frenchies out of this. Let's see here, what do you want from me? Want me to release Armenia? Clear offer. Let's see here. If I can get or do something. Releasing Novgorod would work, but it would give me an enemy that is kind of a little bit too big for me to handle. Georgia is fine provinces. It's acceptable. Ukraine, not acceptable. Russia, Armenia, Polotsk. Armenia, one province, 13%. Oh. I think we'll just have to go for this, because if the French are in this, then I definitely will not be able to do that. These provinces are inconsequential, they don't matter to the achievement at all. I can easily conquer them later, and the Frenchies will have a truce for quite a while with this. It's basically giving up 6 provinces to win the ones that I need, I think, I hope. I would presume at least. So this is the deal that I will be going for with the Frenchies. I need them out of this, and I need them out fast. So we'll send them that offer, hopefully they will accept. There we go, we got the Frenchies out of this. Of course we will have a truce with Georgia, and of course Armenia too, but I basically just sacrificed some admin points in order to win this war. That is how I look at it. The forces that I need to replenish these armies is going to be quite big, and it's going to take a little while, but even so I'm definitely in a position where I can call myself in the driver's seat here. They lost half of their army with that piece, and let's face it, if I piece out Austria here, then it's game over for them. So yeah, I should probably have done that with France to begin with, but I was a little bit unsure if they would go for that. So for now we'll allow these two to basically recuperate, and then we'll get these guys up and running again. Why I have 2 armies in the exact same place is kind of surprising to me, but heck, it is what it is. But as I said, now Scandinavia should more or less fall on its own, thanks to peace deals, and then I can start working on Poland and whatever here, just to build up a little bit of power base. But what I think I'll do is just consolidate, more or less, get my armies up and running again, and then we'll see how it goes. Now, if I knew that Scandinavia would have been or would remain war leader, I would probably not have given them the deal to. I would probably not declare a holy war. I would probably go for a conquest then. What I expected was that either France or Austria would take the role of war leader. When neither of them did, that kind of worked against me and to my advantage at the same time, which is really bad. But we'll wait here. If there's any bigger battles in Austria, I'll show you, but it's kind of doubtful. We'll see how it goes. We have a fairly big battle here happening in the south, at least. There were some Scandinavians here that actually disappeared, probably actually defeated by Kutch, which is a little bit of a surprise, but a happy one as such. I got caught here by the Austrians because I was focused on the battle in the north. The Austrians arrived with 40,000 men. I'm a little bit unsure if these guys will actually get away. They'll be accurate just too late, which is a little bit too bad here. Now, hopefully here I would have presumed the Ottomans would actually come to help, but of course they don't do that. And also I lost an entire army there. Can I force a loss towards the Austrian here? No, I can't. So basically the Ottomans just decided to, instead of helping me, sit on their asses and just watch. But the Austrians are definitely the ones that will suffer the bigger losses in this battle. So we'll just leave it running to the end. Now this one is surprising, the fact that I could only run there. 35,000 men versus, well, 20. Now this is kind of, as I said, this is kind of surprising. Did the Polish actually cancel my military deal? So that's not too good. I might just get crushed here, my army completely this time, unless of course the Ottomans actually, well, learn and come and back me up, and they did. This could actually be what we require here if they catch me before the Ottomans leave. Unfortunately, the Ottomans didn't want to stand their ground on a mountain, and I lost my entire army. Not good at all. But it is what it is. I think in this case I can actually benefit from moving 2 armies down south, and we're going to rebuild the 2 we lost. We haven't actually suffered too much military or attrition yet either, so or what's it called, exhaustion yet either, so it should be perfectly fine. Now let's see, 3-6, that should be good. Let's train 4 units in both of these, and then I'll of course create the mortars too, and then we'll go back and teach them a lesson. So I'll just get back to planning, and we'll see how this turns out. If I get the Austrians out of this war, then Scandinavia is mine. Then we basically just have to focus on beating Castile. So we'll see how the plan goes. The Ottomans are kind of a hilariously bad ally. I actually had stuck to that army, I believe. So the fact that they are messing around and just being stupid is something that they have to be blamed for. But yeah, hopefully I can make a deal with Scandinavia down the line. For the time being, though, we'll just have to sit by and wait. It seems like basically here the well, vassal armies will take care of this area here, so I don't have to worry about Scandinavia at all. We do have some rebels in Sylhet though, which I can use these guys to deal with, so they're not an issue either. Manpower wise, it's not the best, but we're not in a, well, crappy position per se. It's not the best of course, but we should be fine. The Ottomans have however recovered. They have started to beat back the Austrians again, so that is a welcome, really a welcome surprise, and we're going to add our two armies to the pool again, and that should really help with well, the war effort per se. So hopefully here we can now beat them back, take Wien, and that should be enough to force the Austrians out of this, because they are actually growing in, as you can see, war exhaustion here. We're going down due to our well, beneficial effects per se, so that should be fine. Nation of Lithuania has become westernized. Interesting. But yeah, as I said, we're basically now just going to complete the achievement, and then we're going to attempt to westernize too. Probably going to take 100 years, as I said, with 1 point a month. But at least I can do a lot of other things at the same time. I'll basically just get some more negative modifiers, playing the game on hard mode, if you will. So we'll see how that goes. For now, however, we'll be focusing on hunting down the Austrians' armies, and get a little bit of extra war score that way. I think, however, I'll siege my way short or carefully forward this time, in an effort to, well, play things a little bit safer. We'll see how it goes. And there we go, Scandinavia has been broken to the point where they actually will accept the peace deals that I want, which is these 3 provinces, the last remnants of Russia. And just to be safe, we're going to go out of this mode. We're going to go Russian province, region. That's all mine. Georgia is not part of Russia, wonderfully enough. So this means that we can make peace for those 3 provinces, then we'll annex Xi, and then we'll go to work on, well, Castile, which will be an even more annoying task, but we do now have the 3 provinces that we required to complete Russia. So let's just go ahead and call them. I'll place a couple of troops there for benefit of defense. One army should be enough. These two will be pulled back to... I think I'll keep them in the lower lower end Ottomans. And these two are most likely going to be sent somewhere else entirely. But yeah, basically now we do have what we need. What I need to do now is build a navy, and then we can prepare ourselves for a war against Castile for that last little island which we require. And I think I might require this province as well, now I think about it. Nope, not required. Can I find something that's just Persian? Yeah, I do have Persia, so I shouldn't worry about that. But anyways, Castile is next. This war did not go as anticipated, much thanks to the French having a, well, too high of a level of... they had too high of a level a military attack for me to actually be able to deal with them in a nice manner. But not much I can do about that. Once our guys get home, through Poland that is, we're going to cancel the deal, and I think I'm actually going to just start the annexation of Xi. It's going to take forever, no matter how we look at it, but it's better to just get started. We're also going to take the formalized officer corps here, which will help with the advisor costs. So hopefully now I can use this to catch up with everyone else, and in this case I think we'll establish that a little bit more expensive stability versus peace in the land. Did you cancel my deals? They cancelled my deals. Then we'll have to make some other deals. But yeah, I'm going to keep these guys in the Ottoman lands just for safekeeping, more or less. I'm a little bit unsure how many men the Castilians can muster in the well, eastern hemisphere, but I should be safe. The only problem, of course, is that my ships will be no match for theirs, which is kind of a scary thing to think about. But we are going to build a 24,000, and no, I'm not kidding. We're going to place 24,000 men on that island. So I'm going to need a 24,000 transport fleet. So hopefully I can build that without too much fuss. We'll see how it goes. I'll get the fleet done, and then we'll end this episode. The fleet is slowly but surely being built. What we're going to do instead is actually start the annexation of Xi here. And I'm actually decided we're not going to be doing any westernization during this game, and the reason is simple. With the modifiers it's going to be impossible to do anything else, so I think I'm going to do, well, basically something a little bit more funnier. We're basically going to do a big Genghis Khan style empire, where we're going to try and take these provinces from France and Castile. It's doubtful though, but basically we're going to build a pretty substantial empire. I'm going to annex all my vassals, etc. And basically the goal here is going to, as I said, build a big horde empire, westernized horde in this case. But that's more or less the plan. Now I think we're also going to do some changes here to the monarchy type, and we're probably going to go for a I'm tempted to do a constitutional one, but we don't need any legitimacy anymore. So I think we'll go for an absolute one just to get a little bit of a discipline bonus, which should be more helpful than the current bonuses to well, unjustified claims. Most of our claims in the current or coming wars will be justified. So we have a sheer turn here, which is not good at all. But again, this is something that can easily be handled. Never and everything is slowly also being converted, which is good. Apparently some of these are having not completed cored yet. But there we go, all of Russia is now cored and under my control. Georgia and Armenia is kind of an awkward situation though, because they are both they're both sunny, so I have to fabricate claims and then annex or vassalize or whatever. So not the best scenario per se, but it is what it is. For now, however, we'll keep on waiting, and next time we'll probably go after Castile. Again, quite a long episode. My apologies, I'm trying to keep them short, but failing miserably. But I felt that the war and the aftermath should be one episode, and that is why I ended up doing things as I did. Now we do have a basis army here. We're building some basically some frigates, and then we're going to build some galleons to back this up. The goal here is going to be really simple. We're not going to stick on Taiwan for too long. We're basically going to go up from Xiamen here, stop in Taiwan Strait, drop the armies off, boom, we're gone. It's going to be a very simple war. The problem, of course, is that they're allied with France. I don't want to have another war with France. They're kind of scary. So what I think I might actually go for here is annexing both Georgia and Armenia right before the war, and then sell them or hand them over again for release to France. We'll have to see. It's kind of an open season. It's since I'm doing a conquest, it's not a big problem if I just wait and allow things to more or less run their own way. We'll just have to see what situation we are in when the war begins. So I'll see you around next time. Feel free to comment any praise, criticism, anything at all, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.